Hi, my name is Scott Kelly, and this is my community presentation for Social Work Class 541 Part 2. My presentation is based on the city/community of Hillsboro, Oregon. It was founded in 1842. The map, here's a couple maps. It covers about just over 25 square miles, which isn't overly large. It's fairly easy to get around. It's divided up into several subdivisions. I'm located in the central subdivision in the upper left-hand corner. I would say that's about the downtown area. It's in Northwest Oregon, about 15 miles west of Portland, right up to Freeway 26 there. This is a video that I think speaks a little bit better than I can write about the community's values, core values, and it's like a verbal, visual mission statement.
The City of Hillsboro is on a mission that never ends. A mission to provide visionary leadership, a mission to deliver responsive municipal services, and a mission to foster collaborative partnerships that enhance Hillsboro's hometown livability.
We're committed to a set of core values that guide us each day, striving for excellence in public service,
respetando diversidad de voz, ideas y culturas que refleja la rica personalidad de Hillsboro,
being responsive and offering fast, friendly, flexible customer service, maintaining our tradition of reliability and success in our city's history,
being great stewards of public's trust through sound, reasonable, honest, and transparent resource management,
leading with ethics and integrity,
ensuring a culture of teamwork, communication, and collaboration where people are valued,
and emphasizing innovation through creative and practical solutions. These are our values.
As City of Hillsboro employees, elected leaders, and community volunteers,
we strive each day to live these values and to live up to our never-ending mission.
Hillsboro is growing great things. We love being a part of it and working for and with our community to make sure the city remains a great place for all of us and for the generations to come.
Okay. I had to cut that a little bit short because it just goes on about 45 seconds worth of music. So the next slide is you get to demographics. There's just over 106,000 people. When I moved out to Oregon, I think Hillsboro was in the mid or the late 80s. It was like 60 to 65,000. So it's grown quite a bit. It's the 5th largest city in the state of Oregon. They say it's one of the most ethnically diverse populations of the state. I'll be straightforward. I disagree with that. It's 50% white. The other numbers for the races don't, coincide with my vision of diverse. But it's more diverse than I would say our biggest city, Portland, which is just over 72% white. The average age is actually 34 years old, which I think is, we'll get to that, but coincides with the high-tech industry that's located out here. And then the medium household of just over 82,000, I think, coincides with the high-tech industry too. I want to focus on a little bit of the quality of life. Basically, the community, Hillsboro in general, has like 1,600 acres of parks and open space. That encompasses many different things. There's dog parks and, parks that just have trails for biking and all that. So located downtown, there's a cultural arts center. Which is, I think, just 3 or 4 years old. I've never been in it, but it looks really nice. Right before COVID, they had all kinds of different things, from art displays, to, operas and all that. There's several libraries located throughout the city. I live right around the corner from one of them. And a library just supports residents of all ages and cultural backgrounds. I think they're very important. And then across the street, from that, there's an aquatic center, which is one of the 6 recreational facilities that are in Hillsborough. And then right next door to that is a big park. And then right next to that is the Hillsborough Senior Community Center. So it encompasses about 2 square blocks, I think, and it's all right around the corner from where I live. Within there's also, and then we house 3 separate sports complexes for various sports from lacrosse to baseball to soccer. The biggest one was in the video. They showed it real quick. Ron Tonkin Sports Complex, actually a home of our minor league baseball park, but actually subs and they play high school football games and whatnot there. We also have a wetlands area. It's about 635 acres. It encompasses, 4.5 miles of trails. I've never been out there personally. I've never had the time. What I found cool is it has a classroom that's set up, and I guess they have classes and whatnot like during the summer. So that would be kind of cool to go check out. The other side of quality life I like to focus on is crime. As you can tell by the graphs, a couple of them were a little bit less, just slightly over the national average, so it's nothing too scary. For the murders, it doesn't register, but I think that coincides, it's based on 100,000 people, and we only have 106, but it's, non-existent. Formal education, the first one I want to focus on is education. There's 32 schools, traditional schools that are K through 12. And then there's 4 alternative schools / like charter schools. The picture on the left is where my daughter goes. It's a, more or less a charter school. You have to apply to get in and whatnot. She's been there she'll be a senior next year, and she's been there since 6th grade. The fascinating thing is, you got over 20,000 students from 102 countries, which I think is just really cool. The other formal organization is employment. As I said prior, Hillsborough is considered one of the high-tech areas in Oregon, if not probably the only one. It houses Intel, parts of Nike's campus, and then it's got a handful of semiconductor type companies and all that. The big informal organization that the community really focuses on is the Saturday or farmer markets. They run predominantly Saturdays and then some Sundays. But based on the year, it's about 9 months out of the year. They have 2 of them. The one downtown was the first one. It's really big on a nice day. It's got a cool view of the city and then looks out away from the city. The other one's the Aranco Station one, which is in what I consider a gentrified area, but they do a good job with that. So, based on what little information I gave you, just to be brief, but I've lived here for 8 years. I consider it a good community. Like I said, the crime rates aren't overboard where it's a bad place to live. It's lower average to the national average, so I don't see any crime for the most part. Provides good services, goods and services with Intel here and Nike, and that just ensures, good quality of life and provides, individuals to grow and acceptable livings of income to start a family. I mentioned the farmers market. It's big. It's just the biggest community structure, social structure I think the city has, where everybody actually gets together, especially during the summer. And then based on the video, I mean, I didn't know they had a mission statement per se, but, you know, it just makes me feel more comfortable that they have these core values and goals, and they try to treat people as, you know, a whole person. It is very homogeneous. I have no conflict with my neighbors. I really don't talk to my neighbors, but, you know, I don't see anything going on within my, you know, couple square blocks. And then it's, again, it's heterogeneous because, you know, they say it's diverse. I live in a fairly diverse area. Most of my neighbors are Hispanic. Then the other half is probably white, you know, so that's some kind of diversity. But no, I mean, it's, in general, I would assess it as, you know, a good community, and it's a very nice place to live, and, you know, I'm happy. And here are my references, and thank you for the time and watching my presentation.